There's just something special about Christmas music. So today we're going to go through the must-have Christmas vinyls that every collector needs in their collection. Remember, y'all, tune in and vibe out. Yeah, but have you heard it on vinyl? Did you know that Mariah Carey has made $60 million in royalties alone from her Merry Christmas album? The album was created in 1994, but let me slow down. I'm Rodney B. With good music, we help people like yourself maximize their value while guiding you to the best hip hop, R&B, soul, and jazz vinyls out there. This is not an endorsement. I'm trying to get a brand deal. So what we have here is alcohol-free liqueur. Liqueur. Put your pinky up. Whiskey, tequila, Little Saints, and Cut Above. Let's talk, yo. Let's get this brand deal going. But let's jump back in, y'all. Merry Christmas album was created in 1994, and it was a mixture of gospel, R&B, soul, and it's just an iconic album for Christmas. It's almost like the opener to the Christmas season. The famous song, All I Want for Christmas, created by Mariah Carey. The vocals are amazing, and it opens up the Christmas season, to be honest with you. Like, let's be fair. But there's a bunch of other albums that equally complement the season, and we're going to jump right into those. The first one we're going to talk about is the album This Christmas, created by Donny Hathaway. The album was created in 1970, and it was co-written by Nadine McConnor. Probably saying her last name wrong. Blame my head and not my heart. But the album is great. The song This Christmas is iconic. Many folks know the song because Chris Brown did it for the movie This Christmas. You know, this Christmas will be. I'm going to stick to vinyls. I'm not going to be singing in every video. Please stay tuned. Don't leave. I'm sorry. It'll probably happen again, though. I'm not going to lie to you. The next soulful Christmas album is The Temptations. And a lot of people know this album because of the song Silent Night, where it has that tenor bass voice that's just talking in the background. Honestly, like R&B albums really need to bring back that talking to their albums, that like opener where it just gets you hooked. Nobody does harmony like The Temptations. And The Temptations is just an iconic group. The album created in the 1970s, and it just had that Motown flair, how they mixed gospel, jazz, R&B, and how great they blended it together. But it definitely has that old school Motown feel. Now, the jazz-infused Christmas albums that is a must-have comes from yours truly, Ella Fitzgerald. Ella Wishes You a Swinging Christmas was the first Christmas album of its kind because it had that bop, that swing, that jazzy get up and dance groove to it, which was new to the Christmas vinyl or Christmas album collection altogether. The album was created in 1960, and it just brings that authentic Ella Fitzgerald joy and fun. Now let's talk about some of the more modern Christmas R&B albums. Boyz II Men's Christmas Interpretation, created in 1993, brought forth the unforgettable harmonization of the group. If you remember in the 90s, in the late 80s, there was a lot of groups trying to master that harmony, but nobody did it like Boyz II Men. And another thing that made this album great, that it was co-produced and co-written by yours truly, Babyface. What was so major about Babyface, that he was a great singer, but he also had hand in so many classic R&B albums during that era. So big ups to Boyz II Men. You guys were a major part of my childhood and a major part of a lot of folks' childhood, and y'all did such a great job with this album. One of my favorite songs on the album is Let It Snow. I was getting ready to sing it, but I promised you guys I wouldn't do it. But thank you, Babyface, for doing such a great job in writing it. It's a Christmas classic. Every vinyl collector needs to have it on deck to play as they're baking those cookies and putting up their Christmas tree. Now, we got to talk about some of the best hip-hop rap Christmas albums. Obviously, we have to bring to light Run DMC's Christmas in Hollis, but there's some other hip-hop albums that get overlooked. Like Tyler, the Creator's Christmas album that was produced by Pharrell. Like that combination alone is mind-blowing. Now, what made this album so dope and so much fire is how he mixed hip-hop, R&B, but also how it had that grinchy, dark tone to it. So it definitely reminded you of the Grinch movie. And one of my favorite Christmas albums that seems to always get overlooked is Merry Christmas, Little Mama by Chance the Rapper and Jeremiah. Like, the album is great. When it to its production, to the samples that it chose, like Jackson 5, to the songs, to the authentic Chicago bop, juke, step feel. It was the 5th mixtape by Chance the Rapper, 4th mixtape by Jeremiah, and it came out December in 2016. If you get a chance to get your hands on this vinyl, definitely grab it. A, because it's a collector's album. Because it's a collector's item.
With the COVID, with dealing with everything we have to do with.
And B, because it's going to continue to gain value. Making sure that it's an authentic copy obviously is a must. But definitely get your hands on Merry Christmas, Little Mama by Chance the Rapper and Jeremiah. Now, it wouldn't be Christmas if we didn't mix R&B, soul, and jazz-infused albums. And what comes top of mind is Nat Cole's Christmas album. Rather, Nat King Cole. The Christmas song was created in 1962, and it did a great job of mixing R&B, soul, and jazz. Rather, how it incorporated orchestras. And it's really like an elegant album. Like, if you're having a cool Christmas party and you want to show off your elegance and have your pinky up and drink your wine with your, what they call those things where they have like the sausages and the cheese and the grapes, whatever that thing is called, and you're trying to show off for company, this album will definitely impress. This is one that people are not going to mention, but is a must-have for every collector. And it comes by yours truly, Otis Red. This album was actually one of his last albums created before his tragic death in 1967. The album was released in 1968, and it's Merry Christmas, Baby. And unlike the other albums that I mentioned, this one had a bluesy feel to it. So it mixed blues, jazz, and R&B. And it, of course, it had that raspy Otis Red voice. And that's it, y'all. Those are the only Christmas vinyls that you need. No, I'm kidding. What Christmas albums did I miss that are some of your favorites? We could have gone a lot deeper mentioning Stevie Wonder and John Legend, or even the Charlie Brown Christmas vinyl. All great albums. These are just my top picks that every collector needs. If I missed something, make sure you drop it in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. And like all my other content, if you found value in this video, please make sure that you like, share, and you subscribe to the channel. I promise I will be working on my stuttering. Hey, stay tuned to the next video, y'all. Peace.
Slow jams all up in the room, whispering sweet nothings.